Seems Shadowblue's going
Hello,
through some
viewers.
hard
It
times,
is I,
but they at
Shadowblue.
least upload this season 2 and movie in a shellnut thing, so
In
we're
this
left in the
video,
dark of what's
I'll
going
be
to happen with
spoiling
X
the plot of
crossover.
my Yu-Gi-Oh fan series,
Shame.
Yu-Gi-Oh! X crossover.
But at least we're not left in the
I'm
dark.
doing this because events in my life and current events have drained my creativity and drive to make this series.
Understandable.
So, to give myself peace of mind and not to end my series on a cliffhanger, I'll spoil it all right here.
That's something good at least.
Episode 1. Hot Guy and friends end up in the Concole world. It is there that they are confronted by Angela, Red Hat's old nemesis. Angela would bait Hat Guy into a duel
Of course.
by bringing up how she hurt his friends and used them as stress toys.
Dangerous. And devastating.
And so, the two have a duel. Of course, because he's the main character, Red Hat defeats
Naturally.
Angela. And so, she reveals that she mind controlled his friends and attempts to get them to attack.
Dang.
But Hat Guy is able to retreat with his friends and go back to the previous world.
Well, that's good. Got out of that
Episode
mess.
2. Commander tells Red Hat Akagi's backstory. Hat Guy tells Commander that this story won't absolve Akagi of the crimes that she's committed
Naturally.
against him and everyone else.
Naturally. Of course, it wouldn't just like absolve them. Their
Episode
have
3.
backstory. Backstory is an excuse to be a bad
A
person.
new enemy called Bismarck appears.
I like her
During that
design.
battle, Fubuki attempts to use a clear mind to achieve an Oxel
Clear
syndrome,
mind. Dang.
but fails due to not believing in herself.
Ah, dang it.
She still wins the duel though.
Naturally.
Episode 4. Akagi returns for a rematch, demanding the black cube from before.
Uh-oh.
During this
Exomorph.
duel, Hagai masters Zale without wearing himself out and wins the duel.
That's good.
Episode 5. Ayanami, sensing the increased pressure of the upcoming battles, decides to use her old deck, the original Noble Knights. Hagai is quick to notice the intense evil pressure coming from Ayanami, and during a training battle, he summons Beals, a dark synchro monster.
Dangerous monster. Hello.
Episode 6. The Kankole group finds a man called Kudao on a random island, along with a stalker
You're back.
from the previous season. Hopo, playing the role of double agent, faces this man in a duel. The man loses, unfortunately.
Dang.
Episode 7.
Back to the main plot.
Kent and Wolf appear and face off with the Konkole group.
Conflicting
After the
paths.
The two are taken to Eulalui Dark, who has made the naval base his current place of operations.
Oh no. I was starting like, what happened with Eulalu?
Episode 8. Kenta starts a duel with Eulalui Dark for revenge, but he's defeated easily and tossed in prison, along with Wolf, Gudao, and Astafo.
Well, crap. Things went from bad to worse.
Episode 9.
Main character of the freaking Brush Duel game, I think. Oh, wait, no,
Oza
with the battle scene
returns
things. I don't remember.
After losing to the Gendora cards.
Damn.
Trapped in a seemingly deep depression, is only once his friends have been terrorized by a bully. He
Just your scud, it's
the
fine.
bully in a duel and regains his confidence, vowing to become a perfect champion that never loses.
Good.
Episode 10.
Infinite's back.
Infinite returns to his homeworld.
Oh, well, he's going back home, okay.
He has undergone a change of heart due to the events he's went through. But people do not believe him.
Naturally.
And he is still part of the Eggman Empire.
I mean, yeah.
Is then he runs into Buddy. and challenges him to a duel to prove himself.
Actually, it's like universe, they'll play Yu-Gi-Oh! Whatever. Rule of the universe.
A dark synchro monster. But, unlike the others who have used the power, he does not face any negative side effects.
So, Infinite's able to prove himself by not falling prey to the dark synchro.
He goes on to prove that he has a change of heart.
This still feels more like a more in-depth backstory for Infinite than the actual
Episode
Infinite
11.
backstory!
Fubuki has her rematch with Bismarck. And
Kind of messing with that
power
secret
to
summon.
believe in herself and gain a clear mind, she performs an Excel Synchro.
Good for
proving
her.
to Bismarck that she can surpass herself.
Nice.
Episode 12. Hakai starts a duel with Ayanami to try and free her from Beelz's dark influence.
Ah, back to this. And that's that.
Episode 13. Ayanami manages to tame Beelz's power and becomes stronger in the process.
That's good.
Episode
Continuing
14. With the three now stronger than ever, and with the help of the Black Cube, Hat Guy, Fubuki, and Ayanami go to the Conclave world to begin the final battle.
Dark.
Episode 15. Ayanami vs. Shimakaze. During this duel, Ayanami evolves Beelz into Beelzus and wins, freeing Angela's control on Shimakaze.
Sorry.
Episode 16. The two Fubukis face off, and Fubuki from the Azure world summons Crystal Clear Wing over Synchro Dragon and defeats her.
The big
Conclave
shiny new
counterpart.
one. Until they get the next over synchro, whatever the frig. Hey,
Episode 17.
grenades your opponent from breathing.
Hakai has his final match with Angela. Obviously, since Hakai is the main character.
Yeah, you know who's
He
going to
wins.
win. But I
And
mentioned
Angela
actually a good
begs
fight.
Yugen for another chance.
Okay.
Pulling a Vegeta and Nappa, Yugen stabs Angela in the back and leaves her to die.
Yeah, go figure.
The final battle with Hakai will begin.
That guy versus you, loudly dark. I'm here now, and I'm going to be saving the story.
Episode 18. Round 1 of Hat Guy versus Yugen. I didn't write anything fancy for this one.
Something's probably still in the
Just assume
experimental
I said
phase.
something
You know, rough draft.
about the duel here.
Yeah, whatever. Some episodes are more rough draft than others.
Episode 19. Round 2 of Hat Guy versus Yugen. On this round, Yugen's armor gets damaged, which causes Raigo, God of Destruction, to be unleashed. And
Crap.
it possesses Yugen, beginning the final battle. The true final battle.
Yeah, round 3.
Episode 20. Round 3 of Hat Guy versus
It's going to be
Yugen.
a long season. I thought it was going to be like 10 episodes or something. No, double that.
At the final battle, Hat Guy transforms into Zale and finishes the duel. With this, the universe is saved, and everyone goes back to their normal lives.
Yay, happy ending. Yeah, that was happily ever after the end.
And for a little bonus, the movie special, Rise of the DD Tower.
Interesting name.
Story takes place several months after Raigo's defeat. Strange Tower appears in multiple worlds. And then, both groups from the world, the Conclave and Azure Lane group, they both head into the tower and fight dual monsters. Both groups eventually meet Hat Guy, and it soon comes to realize that Angela had somehow survived.
Oh, great, you
Again.
again. Would you put some pants on already?
She had gone to the top of the tower and awakened the King of Darkness, Nightmare.
Oh, crap. From False Bound
Of
Kingdom.
course, Nightmare, being a literal king of darkness,
It's not to be trusted.
destroys Angela and has a final battle with Hat Guy, which
That guy wins, main character.
real great.
I imagine it would have been a nice duel, though.
Anyway, Nightmare is defeated and peace is truly brought back.
Kind of more of a
the
typical
universe.
shonen movie. Not
And
too
that,
complex, but fun to
the
watch.
series is done. I can truly rest. I can finally rest easy.
Well, it's a shame that this came this way, but at least we aren't left wondering what if forever. I can at least be grateful in that regard. It's a shame that all this happened to you, Shadowblue, and just life keeps beating you down. I know how it feels. Trust me, this September has not been easy. Not gonna say mine was harder than yours. Just know that my life has not been harder than yours. But, I'm sorry that happened to you, and I hope things do get better for you. I know that Shadowblue's taking a bit of a break from you, too, because that's probably good for that. When times get tough, just unplug for a little bit, focus on your real life, try to get your game back together, and then you can come back later when you feel things are a bit more stable. It's a good life advice, just unplug once in a while. For what it sounds like, it was going to be an interesting season 2. It felt like at some point just like, okay, but where's Eulalu and all this, or Eulalui or something like that. It's just like, and then Hat Guy just kind of like self-inserts him into the problem, but then again, the naval-based looking colleague world got taken over, so Eulalu struck first and took over the base, so Hat Guy and friends needed to leave in order to get strength back and deal with all this dark synchro and all that stuff. And then they could come back even stronger, sort of like a training arc. Oh, I apologize. But, I mean, in that case, it's interesting, just, like, how does Hat Guy get involved with this? You took my stuff and my friends, that's how. It is nice, I guess, that this doesn't end with, like, and then they all went back to their own worlds and lived happily ever after sort of thing. It's like, no, they're all still together. That's it. Just Hat Guy lives in the Kankoli universe now. The end. Okay, well at least he's hanging out with some friends that are trustworthy. It's cool that she got over her self-doubt and was able to summon giant monsters a bit easier thanks to Clear Mind. Shane was a crystal wing monster, but it's a good way of doing it without just doing Stardust Dragon and Red Dragon Archwing. I'll give it that one for sure. It's a good way of doing it in its own right. The Infinite stuff sounded neat just because Infinite was an absolute jobber in the first season, so I guess seeing him get a happy ending would be fine, especially one where it's like, you know what, maybe we were wrong about you. I don't know. I mean, after you see a guy lose for so long, it's like, at some point there's gotta be some level of pity, right? I don't know. When does the pity factor kick in? But hey, at least it turned around in the end. Lalu and Ewan being taken down in the end because they tried to summon some mad dog, god of darkness. It was like, yeah, you need to go down and you need to go down now. And the movie sounds like it would have been fun. It probably would have been nothing too complex or anything like that, but it's a friggin' shonen movie. You're not going in there for Shakespeare or some big in-depth storyline of, twists and turns and all that stuff. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh movie. Don't think too hard about it. Like, not saying that they're all dumb or anything like that. Just, you know what I mean by that. It's like, most of them are just popcorn flicks. And there's nothing wrong with that, for the record. It's just a shame that all this happened, but hey, I do respect and appreciate Shadowblue for at least uploading this episode itself, just because, now we're not left in the dark, at least. I would like to theorize that maybe one day it could come back. As a theory, 99.9% says no, it's not going to happen, but there's always that 0.1%, But I'm not going to say it's definitely going to. Time will tell the tale ultimately, but no, Shadowblue might just do something else entirely, or just like not do a Yu-Gi-Oh show, which is have a right to do it in their own way. I've been doing music uploading like that too. It's ultimately up to Shadowblue, but yeah, I do hope things turn around for them though. Sorry to hear things are so rough. I just hope things can get better for you. It's a damn shame, but here's hoping to more times, I guess, and it's a shame that Yu-Gi-Oh! X crossover ends this way, but hey, at least it was given an ending at all, not just like cliffhanger at the end. And hey, we still got the Zexomorph out of it, so that was pretty dang cool, so there's that at least, I guess. I don't know. Just a shame. But I do appreciate all the fun times and good memories, Shadowblue, so I'll remember that always. I did always look forward to the next episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! X crossover. It's a shame it didn't really take off much, but what are you gonna do sometimes? Sometimes the algorithm is just a bitch. But for what it was, I had a fun time, and I'm glad I checked it out throughout all that time. So, yeah, go check out Shadowblue on your own time. Link to the channel in the description, as always. So, I guess this is the end of that for now, but hey, you know, I hope things get better. And, yeah, I don't have much else to say because I'm kind of repeating myself. So, would have been cool to see, yes, but we know we're not going to be able to see in the end, but at least, you know, we have an answer. So, yeah. Anyway, I guess for right now, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and hope to see all of you next time. Later.